Well, hello. I promise I am not dead. It's been about 2 weeks. Welcome back to Super Mega Baseball 3 and the Detroit Victory franchise. What we're going to do for this one is we are going to simulate the first couple games in this series. Taking that one in a victory 5-3. And then, oops, I'm bonking the mic. We're not even starting yet here. Let's scoot that on back. And simulate the rest of the CPU games. We're going to sim one more. We will watch the finale of this this homestand. I'll go ahead and just sim through everything here. So still only a game up on the neon. Scary stuff as we simulate the second one here. We'll get into an update of sorts in a little bit here. But let's see how we do. Losing 4-2, so we're going for a series win in this one. And now we are tied with, well, no, I guess we got a game up on the neon. So I'm struggling a little bit to read text. We'll sim the rest of the CPU ball games here. We'll get ourselves to the finale. And we're going to go ahead and watch this one. Yes, please. Sorry if you hear rustling in the background. I got a bit of a mess going on at the moment. So we got a couple out of positions to deal with in this one. We have a shortstop in behind. We're not going to have that. We're going to get you already know, Charlie Angels, who is feeling a little bit better, which I appreciate. So there we go for Charlie, and then who's the other one? I knew we had one more, and that would be Miss Windswept Hair out at first. Not gonna do it today. Let's get behind back in that spot and take a look at our batting order. Bonk, well, crap. I'll have to be careful opening the cream soda that I was going to drink while we watch this one. I just knocked her right over. So let's see, we'll get, so far, we'll get Hazel leading her off. Locked in, we'll swap you then for No Way. Anybody else? Rattled is B, well, or Berry Blend, okay. How's locked in, so we're gonna get you up the order here. Let's put you in here for headlights, and then we'll get Pretend Friend is, everybody else seems to be doing well. Locked in on the mound is Jasmine. Well, good. Let's go ahead and get this ball game going. Got the good overcast weather for this one. Alright. See if I can carefully open my cream soda if we're going to have a problem on our hands. We're good. Oh! Rats. It was not a cream soda. It is a cider of some description with alcohol in it. Be right back. I messed up, kids. I messed up. Do I have any left? No. Takes me back to the streaming days where I messed everything up. I do have a real cream soda, and I should have known that because the cream sodas are in a taller can, and the cider that I just popped open was not. So not good on my end. And we're 2 for 2, but this one's really the cream soda this time. So, and we're behind already. Jasmine. Yeah, so why have you not seen anything from me in 2 weeks? We're going to get into that a little bit. I kid you not, since Thanksgiving, I think I have had a grand total of a week, and not consecutively, but a week of being healthy. You know, 2 or 3 days here, 2 or 3 days there. So I've had 2 to 3 colds, and then some kind of nasty, like, stomach bug. Perks of working in childcare around the holidays, man. It just knocked me down significantly over the last few weeks, and so I was, like, not motivated to do the YouTube thing, because I didn't want to put out anything that was not of the caliber that I want. There we go, getting this redemption strikeout for Jasmine. So getting sick and just trying to sort out some adult things. So what was this? A week or 2 before Thanksgiving, I go pitching. I pitch at, you guys have probably seen those videos, so 2-run deficit to start the first. Oofda. So I pitched one night, and I changed clothes, and I keep everything in my backpack, because I went right from work. And so it was a matter of keeping everything in the backpack, and I got out of my girlfriend's truck when it was time to head back to the apartment, and somewhere in there, my wallet escaped from my backpack and fell in a parking lot. And I have a tile, like a GPS tracker, and I had tracked it outside and tried to ring it, you know, not hearing anything, and we had looked at the spot where the truck was, and no dice, but the tile still said that the last detection was on the parking lot, you know, ground or on the road near my apartment. So my assumption is somebody found the wallet, found the tracker, and may have known what that was for, and just thrown it on the road, taken the wallet. So everything was gone. My ID, my debit card, you know, all that stuff. And so, of course, the first thing I had to go figure out was the debit card, so I could pay bills and, you know, eat food and pay rent, etc. And so got that sorted, but it took a really long time to get replaced, so that was like an anxious couple of weeks waiting for the mail. There was a miscommunication from the bank where they told me it was only going to take like the weekend and maybe a day or 2, and it took 2 weeks. So next time I'm just going to go in person, try to get it replaced. And about halfway through for that, I went to the bank to try to get it replaced, and the machine was down. So it was like just a series of you know, perfectly timed mishaps. And the last time I had to go get my ID replaced, so I moved states. I'm originally from Wisconsin. I moved to Minnesota about 2 years ago and some change now. And man, I was thinking about it, almost 2.5 years ago now, which is, where does the time go? But the last time I had to do it was a nightmare, because I had like cross-state stuff, and I had a job, but the pay stub was a little out of whack, and it just getting all the information that I needed to make the, you know, get the right documents together in Minnesota for their real ID law, so that you can fly and do all that stuff. It was a nightmare. It was awful. So anyway, my girlfriend finally, like, sat me down this last weekend and was like, hey, let's just look through your stuff. Let's figure out what you need and put together, you know, what we can, and we'll just go give it a shot. So this week we finally went and did that. I got my ID on Tuesday. It's Thursday night as I'm recording this, so hopefully this will be up Thursday night. I was gonna say get in there. We're not having the luck here, but so doing all of that and getting the ID, I was like, it was so taxing, just because it's like this stuff's always a nightmare. I'll take a drink here, not the hard cider, I promise. So then today, the reason I had to get the ID in a hurry, and I'm glad that my girlfriend made me do it, was today I went to a bank and opened my first health savings account. Cheers in the chat. Thumbs up in the comments. I'm an adult. Or something. Yeah, not very stoked about that. I don't really understand much of it, to be 100% honest. I know that I have to put money in it so that when I get hit by a bus, there's something to draw from. So that's about all I got, but hopefully be learning more or enough about that to understand how to use it. And I need a chiropractor appointment. I'm 25 and something's wrong with my back, which is like, oh, that's nice. Love to see that. And everyone's in there. Here's Charlie, I think. Yep, number 9, that's Charlie. I'm not looking much at the screen because I'm too focused on talking. You know, she gave it an effort. Good for Charlie, not doing much for us. Still down 2-0 into the third. So yeah, got the account open, and it was crazy because I have you get like a temporary, kind of like when you get your driver's license, they give you like a paper to serve as like this is legit until you get your real one. So when we went to the bank today, they were saying, "Oh, do you have your expired ID?" And I was like, "Well, no, my wallet's gone, presumably stolen. So, you know, no dice on the old ID." And I'm glad that I brought other stuff because they accepted my birth certificate. But it was like by the, you know, hair of my chin and the skin of my nose, we've gotten through needing, you know, having what I needed and getting this stuff done. And I had the Jasmine go. Got a deficit, but she's pitching well. So yeah, I just getting all that done, and I finally tonight I was like, I gotta sit down and do this, and we got a 3-run deficit. Thanks. The Neon, I'm telling you, I don't know what they did. You'll know more than me in the text on the screen if they're picking up some players from the free agent pool or what. We're putting together, and they're about to win this series if they take the win in this one. So, scary stuff for the end of the season, because we got this game against them. Yep, we got 2 in Orlando, one of which we may play at some point here. I'd like to finish up this season here as we kind of wrapping up the year and look towards maybe something more community focused down the road. So I've got big channel news. Okay, so exciting thing. The big thing I keep talking about hither and thither. I haven't really made like a dedicated video or anything, but the big item is like finalized and ready to go. So possibly before the new year. I honestly doubt it because I'm very burnt out from work right now. I'll get into that in a minute, but I'd like to get that out and revealed to you guys very soon. So if you haven't, you know, like, subscribe, all that silly nonsense, and if you would like to stay up to date with that, that's a good way to do it. You can also, if you don't want to do those things, find me on Facebook at Blind Over Matter, and I post occasionally. I'm not always very good at the social media stuff because I don't do Twitter. I don't do all the instant, you know, TikTok, Snapchat. Like I don't do the more instantly fast-moving social networks. So partially for accessibility reasons, but that's just like more in line with my personality, I suppose. Cream soda break there as we look at Jasmine getting back on a hill. Okay, just kidding. Somebody else is on a hill. New Fitcher? That's not a word. Who's on a mound? Oh, it's still Jasmine. Must be a pinch hitter or a new defensive player. You'll be able to tell me who that was. But yeah, so on top of like being sick, and this is something I want to talk about a little bit. I might do another video at some point, but for now, like, working in childcare is simultaneously like really amazing and rewarding and really fun, and also like beyond exhausting, I guess would be the way that I would put it, because there's so much going on with other people, and whether those other people are your kids' families, your coworkers' families, there's so much chaos all the time. And we have a lot of kids in my class who are going through a lot, and so I was doing some training on, you know, either trauma or just how to kind of be more available for kids, and how to work with young, you know, preschoolers on some emotional development and things like that. And so I've been trying to do some of that. The holidays, you know, were here, and you know, we the kids are just, some are tired and some are happy and some are excited about upcoming birthdays. We've had 2 birthdays within the last week, kids turning 5, so that's exciting. But in addition to all of that, we are, like everywhere else, I imagine, we're kind of low staffed at the moment, and so I've worked a pretty decent amount of like overtime. I've done a lot of things that are not, I suppose you'd say they're not like required by my job, but I do them because I want to help and I want to make sure that we're like doing okay, and at the end of the day I want the kids to be happy. But a lot of times, like, those things get taken for granted really quickly sometimes. For example, I'm a music teacher at my center now, and every room in the center has like a day and time for music. So, one room is like, oh, it's Mondays from 9 to 10 or whatever. And so, 2 of the rooms this week were late, and the kids were just kind of all over the place because there's been so many changes with staffing or like what's going on. So yesterday I did our, I guess I'd call them almost our mid-level, like preschool or preschool. It's 2 years before they move into my room. And so I did their music yesterday, and they were a little late and they were a little squirrely, but they actually did really well with me, and I love that group. And then today I was going to do the next room up in the rankings or the age movement. Get down, ball. Can we put something on the board here? We can. And we can do more than that. We can get within a run. All right. I see you. But just having all of that, and then like today I had to do, so I did that same room again, and then I also did the next room up. So it was both groups of kids at the same time, and the little ones weren't really ready for what I had lesson plans for the older kids. But I was like, I can't keep, I'm not just going to derail my plans. With being sick and it being the holidays, I kind of took a couple weeks of like, we sang some Christmas songs, we kind of took it easy. I kind of I was going to say depathiated, that's not a word. Diverted from the path of my lesson plans. Which I don't inherently mind, but there was almost like this expectation of like, well, you're going to just do this for 2 rooms at once, and you're going to do it, a half hour later than we're supposed to, and, well, I guess it wasn't quite a half hour, like 15-20 minutes, but it felt like it just messed up what I was getting at, and it was okay. I think it was inherently fine. The kids did really well. We talked about, rhythm and pitch and, what's the other one? Rhythm, pitch, and, the other one. I swear there was another one. Oh, vibration. Just that sound comes from a vibration. So I had showed them my guitar strings, and we watched, and we talked about, okay, this is the big string, it's a low string, and this is the little string, it's a high string. And then I had them use their bodies, low and high. So when we went down low and they got on the ground, and then we went up high, and I had them reach for the ceiling. So it was fun. It was cool. It was just like, I can put on the hat and do the thing. That's not inherently the problem. It's doing that under, these different circumstances where, I've worked a lot of overtime this week, I'm tired, and then when things are later or the plans are a little different, it just kind of, each individual item in and of itself is not bad. It's just that when you add all of that together and kind of do that a lot, so there's, a lot of these types of things going on, it just gets stressful. And I've hit a point where, even though, so 2 weeks ago I took Monday off for my birthday. We actually get a day off for that, so that was really nice. It was nice to have a 3-day weekend. Last weekend was Christmas, and so we had Monday off this week as well, so we have a 4-day week. But I was sick the whole time, and I started getting sick, so I didn't feel like it was a restful or recoverful time. But I'm hoping we also have a 4-week day. See, this is what I'm talking about. My brain is a disaster. A 4-day weekend this weekend, and I'm hoping that this one, maybe I can get out a little bit, kind of be around, not be sick, and also do a little more nothing and just kind of rest and pitch, and I'm contradicting myself, but I want to go do things, and I want to do nothing, and I just want to enjoy the time a little bit more and feel like that's a recoverful event. Get to that ball. Nice. Alright. Tightrope walking. That's what Jasmine is doing here. But yeah, I can't be the only one. Holidays for some people and some families are just stressful, and this is just what this time of year rather comes with. Unfortunately for me, part of that has also been not doing the YouTube thing, and I really was hoping that wasn't going to escape. I really was. That hurts. The neon are it's kind of like when the twins played the the Guardians at the end of the season, and the Guardians just came in and put the win when they needed it. And all of a sudden we got a big old deficit going on here. Not something I'm happy about, but it is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, I know this time of year is stressful, and right now I'm just trying to kind of keep on rolling, get through it, get paid the overtime for working overtime, and hope that things clear up soon, and trying to kind of get back into the routine of doing some more YouTube stuff. I have another video that I need to, I say this all the time, I gotta do voiceover. Got all the clips together, got some tunes going, and we're getting there, but we're not quite where I'd like to be on that just yet, so we'll get there, and stay tuned for that. Obviously, the big announcement is on the way as well, so things are gonna get clipping along with this channel again, hopefully sooner rather than later, but I hope you are doing well. I cannot believe, I gotta go on another little thingamathangy, tangenty, ranty type of doodle here, because there are 92 of you that are subscribed, and I know that there are people with millions and blah blah blah. That is the equivalent of a good-sized meeting room full of human beings who have enjoyed my content over the course of the last couple of years of me throwing whatever I want on this channel, and people being receptive to it, whether that be music or the baseball stuff, pitching, video games. I had a dude come up to me once and he's like, I like that you play Red Dead 2. It's so funny. Thanks, man. If you're still hanging around, I appreciate it. But the fact that there are 92 people that are willing to enjoy this content with me and stick around for what is to come means a lot to this being something that I just do for fun. So, to all of you, thank you. Really, some of you I know from the endless depths of real life, and some I don't. But all of you are people, and the thing that amazes me about the internet that I think a lot of people just take for granted a lot is that everybody behind a username, even if you're awful and the worst kind of person, you're a human being and you're complicated, and being able to come on here and watch a simulated baseball game, talk about life, and drink a cream soda, and have 92 people, not that you're all watching at the same time, but to have that level of an audience for something that is just for the thrills for me, and something I just enjoy to do, thank you. I appreciate it. And it's not looking like this game is going to go the way for the victory. Jasmine has not put out a very great outing here. So that's a little sad to see. We'll see if we have the opportunity to fight our way for playoff ball or not once we get done, especially if the Neon take this, and then we got 2 more games down in Orlando, so if they take 1 or 2 of those, that could knock us down in the standings. So let's see, we still got time in this one though, down by 6 in the bottom of the 6th, I believe that was. I was trying to look at that. But yeah, again, I just, you know how things are. You get to the end of the year, you start kind of reflecting on things. I'm not going to make a big old 2022 in review or anything like that on this channel. That's more work than I want to do, given the current state of work and the various levels of chaos in my life. But just know that, especially if you've made it, any length of the journey with me, I appreciate you. And I want you to be able to stick around, so please feel free. This is it's an open door. This is a crazy channel where I've done everything from travel vlogs and music to video games and random plant videos. I mean, there's never really been a plan for this channel other than I want to be able to just talk about stuff and enjoy the process of making what I make, and thus far that has been the case. Not enjoying that though, as we are sent packing again. To the 7th we shall go. Drink here. Bonking the mic because I wanted to see who was pitching for us. Oh, it's Ella. Alright. As she gives up a hit, of course, because I said something. I was stoked. I like Miss Ella. Here's a silly habit I've picked up from childcare on a lighter note. Is, like, no matter what room... So, our rooms, we have 6 classrooms and roughly 6 years of age. So, the, you know, infant rooms is roughly 0 to 1, and that's we call that room 1. So, they're just numbered roughly based on the age the kids will turn in that room. Sometimes. Not exactly. That doesn't work out 100%. But, point being, in room 1, like, with the little tiny infant baby people, I still call them, like, Mr. or Miss sometimes. So, you know, if we had, like, Robert, I'd be like, Mr. Robert, what's up, buddy? You know, or, you know, Miss Carrie. I carry that through to my kids, and sometimes they kind of make fun of me because they're like, why are you calling me that? Like, I don't have a good reason. I just do it. The other thing people do, like, everyone in my center does this now, and it started with my girlfriend, is instead of, like, when someone's in your way, and you want them to move, you don't say, excuse me, you say beep beep, and everybody moves. If you go, next time you are in a situation, especially if it's in public and you're, like, stuck behind somebody you don't know, or, like, you're coming, you know, whatever, like, it's gonna be awkward, and it's so funny. If you go beep beep, people move, you know. You just beep at them, and they move. It's funny, and my kids do it, and now, like, a bunch of our coworkers beep at people, and it's, like, it's so funny, because it's not something that anybody really, like, engages with, talks about, or thinks about, or acknowledges, but everybody still does it. Foul. Or gone, out, whatever. Baseball terms are not in my brain, so it's not that kind of day. I'm also really excited. So the last 2 years I've worked for the local collegiate team here in Rochester, and this year I don't think I'm going to work for them, but my girlfriend for Christmas got me a bunch of tickets to go to games. So I'm really excited about that. I really enjoyed going to games last year and, like, when I was working, but I have some potential other involvement down the road with the place where I'm pitching, possibly with some, like, camps and things like that for kids. So I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to work more with them in baseball capacities, and just to go and enjoy some ball games. I'll probably do a vlog of one at some point. So if you are interested, let me know, and show you some Honkers baseball, the game day experience, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And the Neon beating us up. Sorry, I, like, got lost in some train of thought. I got nothing, dude. They're beating us up good in this one. I thought we had a chance when we got those couple runs and got her within one, and then the floodgates were opened. But yeah, man, I mean, I want to keep doing different kinds of videos here. I like the idea of doing some more vloggy type content. At the bottom of the 8th. Not a lot of time left for us. And quite a few runs to make up. Pretend friend. What do you want to see on the channel going forward? Ooh, Pretend gets a hold of one. Not quite enough though. This hurts a little bit. We're struggling to lose another one to the Neon of all teams. I mean, if you saw the beginning of this series, you know the Neon were the laughing stock of our division, in the same way that I think the Abductors just came out the chute and fell flat on their faces. But the Neon, to their credit, you know, either made some moves, developed some players, maybe a little bit of both, and have really shaped themselves into a winning team here. So hats off as we start to get towards the tail end of this one. New pitcher in there. I'm not reading text today, I'm sorry. I don't have it in me. If it's not easy to do, I can't do it today. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also looking in the research and nearing the purchase stage for an amp. I borrowed one from a friend of mine that was way too big for what I'm shooting for, especially living in a little apartment. And the hope would be that I have the ability to run it into a PA system if I'm at a big enough venue where I need it, and if not, you know, it'll work for smaller stuff, doing open mics, stuff like that. So, Buzz Off coming on into this one. There she is, dishing the heat. So yeah, I'm looking at getting an amp, and I want to start doing some music stuff. A kiddo that is in the room below mine has an older sister that I've worked with a few times, and he is going to be in my room in a year's time. And their mom works at our VFW here in Rochester, and expressed interest in me playing some guitar for the vets out there, and doing something out there. So that's definitely something I want to do at some point, soon, hopefully. Oh, and that got down. There's trouble. So that's kind of the spur, so to speak, kicking the horse of me getting this done. So doing a little more research. I mean, it's a good amount of money that I'm looking to spend on the amp, but I got a really good Christmas bonus from work, and like I said, I've been working some overtime as well. So between those two things, I'm kind of like, well, you know, on top of some money that I've gotten for, you know, my birthday and Christmas this year, I would like to look at advancing where I'm at with that and playing some more. So something I'm looking at, you bet. But that could mean more music on the channel as well. That thing had some air under it. To the bottom we go, down by 7. It ain't over till it's over. Flip your hats inside out if you got them. I'm a rally cap guy. I've talked about it before. I'm a believer in the power of an inside out ball cap, provided it's a hat that is well worn and that you love and that works. Now that I'm trying to remember, the last time I went to a Saints game, I was going to do a vlog, and I didn't really get there. But we got the rally caps going, and the section that I was in, I got the kids doing it and stuff a little bit. And they rallied back for quite a few. I don't remember that it was enough to win it 100%. But could have stood for something, you know. Nothing else, it feels like you're contributing. There's somebody I couldn't read in time. See if I can quick bop the head over and see who that is. Windswept hair, fair enough. I swapped her because she was out of position or something like that, but come on, get in there. Not to be, not to be. Well, come on, Charlie. She's who I like to have up here. She's gonna try, and she's gonna succeed because she's the best. I'm right there. I mean, what reason do I have not to re-sign Charlie Angels at the end of this season? Even in a game like this where you're down, I mean, I don't want to over-personify statistics on the simulated screen, but I like her. Come on, leg it out. No dice. But look at that, Charlie trying to put it together. Not enough, as the Neon take that one in decisive fashion, would be the way to put it. As we get your look at the numbers from this one. Final score 9-3 in favor of Orlando's. We get you look at the big old bunch of numbers and the little old bunch of numbers. Totals there for both ball clubs. MVP is tonight. That's a lot of bright colors that aren't mine. I'm not looking at them. Here we go. Back to the menu. But yeah, appreciate you guys sticking around for another episode. This series is one that I have very much enjoyed. My brain is fried. I apologize. But I hope everybody is well. If you have any tips, suggestions, feedback, anything at all, throw it down in those comments down on there. And we'll see you soon. We will play one of the games in Orlando, and then I think we're down to almost our last 2 series. We'll look at the schedule and some player development in the next episode. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. If this is the last thing I put up for 2022, which I'm thinking it may just be, if not, well, we'll get to that. But if it is, have a very happy new year. If you haven't liked and subscribed and you want to, go for it. If not, no worries. Have a fantastic new year. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.